Right, we are live. We are live. Whew. Another beautiful day. Okay. If you are in, just let me know. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Let's see what we're gonna do tonight. Hopefully tonight gonna be a wonderful session. Welcome to the Cyber Talk Show. Welcome to the Cyber Talk Show. Tonight gonna be a wonderful session. So let me just see what I can do. So please help me to actually share the link. So help me share the link. Let me copy the link and then start sharing it a little bit for more people to join so that we can actually start the show. So yeah. You're welcome. We're going to start like in the next 5 minutes. We're going to start in the next 5 minutes. Five minutes to start. Gonna start in the next 5 minutes. So I hope you guys had a nice weekend. All right, but we're about to tackle a different weekend, so I hope you guys are having a good week. Let me put it that way. You're having a good week, and tomorrow will be Friday, and it's gonna be the start of a brand new weekend for us. So it's my prayer that you guys are doing well and you're having a good time. Exorcist Junior, how you doing? Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Just want to make sure my sound and everything is good. If you can hear me, please just let me know. Let me have more people coming in. Should have more people to come in so that we can start. So we're gonna just continue the talk that or the lecture that we had last week. We're gonna try to continue, and we're gonna see whether we can learn something new today. So Junior, thank you so much for confirming that you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah, so this is another beautiful Thursday for us to learn something. So just help me to actually share the link. Help me to share it. We want more people to join the show, so just help me to share the link. So please help me to share the link. I'm gonna try also to just share it so that we can have more people, and then we can start. I'm so excited because today you guys gonna actually learn something good. I just want to say happy birthday to my one of my friend, Chioma. I know you for a while now, so happy birthday. I know today is your birthday. Maybe tomorrow we'll do something special for you. So please, if you join the show, let me know, and just let me know that you joined the show so that I can maybe give you a little shout out, because you guys are actually doing very well by following this show. I think this is week 4 of this show, and I have so many people reaching out, so many people following the show. So please, when you get in, let me know so that I can give you a shout out. So I see Nana Kwabna Akoto. Thank you for joining the show. We are waiting for more people to stop by and follow what we are doing. So we're just gonna give it, like, we're gonna start at 8:05. So let's just give it like some 3 minutes, and then we can actually start. So let's have more people join the show so that we can actually start. It's a good week. A lot of work. I did a lot of work this week. Did some designs and stuff, network design, and stuff. So it's good. It's good to work. Obina. Okay, you say you're an artist. Good. So just send me a message on WhatsApp. Inbox me, right? Maybe I'll do something for you this weekend. So just send me a message. Inbox me. Okay, so we can talk later. No problem. Serge Akpokli, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Please help me to share the link. Please, and please again, help me to share the link. We want more people to join the show so that we can start. We're going to start in the next 2 minutes. So please help me to actually share the link. Help me to share the link. We want more people to actually join the show. Yeah, so Serge, you are doing well. That's good to hear. We thank God for your life. I saw your nice picture on Facebook. You look gorgeous. You look handsome. We thank God for your life. You're looking good. You are a very good looking brother. We are proud of you. So please, guys, help me to share the link. Let's get more people so that we can start. So in 2 minutes, we're going to start. 2 more minutes for us to start. I'm trying to share the link myself, so please help me to share this link. I'm doing my best here to share it. Let's see what we can do. And yeah, we're going to start in 1 minute. 1 more minute, and then we start. So help me to share the link. All right, so let's see. All right, so let me see. Please, if you join the show, just let me know so that I can give you a little shout out. Today is a beautiful Thursday evening. Unbelievable. It's already June 4th. It's June 4th. Wow, the month is going already. So, all right. So I did my best to share the link. I can see I have 12 people, but I only see only 1 share. Please, if I have 12 people, please, I want to see 12 share. I have 12 people, but only 1 share. That is not good. That's not good. Just help me out here, please. Just help me out, please. Moses, How you doing? Welcome to the show. Moses, welcome to the show. Sika Jasmine, how you doing? I've been a long time. All right, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, Sika, I've been a long time. I think the last time I saw you was maybe, if I believe, maybe 2010. That's a long time. You know. Okay, some people say they are sharing on WhatsApp. Please also share it on Facebook. Please share it on Facebook too. Please share it on Facebook. Share it on Facebook too. We need it to be shared on Facebook. Okay, so I guess at this point we can just go ahead. We can just go ahead and just start. Oh, let me also maybe share it a little bit on. Let me also share it a little bit on WhatsApp and see whether I have some few people to also join. DJ Dalton, I see you. Welcome to the show. This is a Cyber Talk show. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I'm just gonna start. Michael Kolani, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So let's just start. I think at this point we can just go ahead and then and start. So as I usually start this show, I will say that whatever you learn in this show is for educational purpose only. You cannot use it to maybe hack into somebody's account or have unauthorized access to people's information. So what you learn here is just for educational purpose, right? Nothing else. You can't use it to hack people's account or get unauthorized information or access to people's account. So you can't do that. All right. So the agenda for today, we're going to briefly go over the security core principles that we started last week. We already talked about confidentiality. We're going to quickly look at the AA protocols again, the 888 protocol. We're going to dive deeper into authorization and availability today. So that's what we're going to actually do, and also do some lab and also take some questions. So that is the structure for today's talk show. Okay. So last week we already tackled or talk about what is confidentiality, integrity, and availability. In short, confidentiality prevents unauthorized disclosure of information. So think about anything you can do to make sure that you prevent unauthorized disclosure of information. For example, if you have a password to protect your computer, so that if anybody want to get access to your computer, they have to put their username and password. That is to protect the confidentiality of information that you have on that particular laptop. Then we talk about integrity. Integrity assures that data cannot be modified in an authorized manner. So think about, yes, I'm giving you access to the computer, but you cannot modify things on the computer unless I authorize it, right? So mechanism that will help you to ensure that there is a change control process in place, so that anything that need to be altered on your computer need to be authorized. So that's what we mean by integrity. Then we have availability. Availability means that information should be readily available for the authorized users. So with availability, you want to make sure that the information is available for the users in any time they need it. So think about going to a bank website. So if I'm going to a bank website, right, I want that site to run 24/7. So that is availability. So next week we're going to tackle the integrity, and we're going to be talking about, so next week we're going to be actually talking about integrity and availability next week. So today we're just going to finish the other two A's in the confidentiality, right? So in the confidentiality, we have the three the AAA protocol, so the AAA protocol. So we have authentication, authorization, and accounting. So authentication means that to confirm the right person is accessing the system. So you want to make sure that only authorized people have access to the system. That's authentication. So for example, if I'm using username and password to log into a system, is like I'm trying to verify my identity and be able to have access to that system. Without a username and password, I will not be authenticated to the system. And last week we talked about the different factor of authentication. We have 4 factors of authentication. We have what you know, that could be your username and password. What you have could be like a token, or it could be a token, or it could be a bank card. Like when you go to the ATM to take money, you need to have your bank card, right? Which is what you have, and your PIN number is what you know. So that is another factor of authentication. We also talk about what you are, like yourself. So if you are using fingerprint, right, or you are using your facial recognition to log into a system, that is what you have. And the last one is your location, where you are. So I gave an example last week that if you go to Africa, and sometimes when you're in Africa or you go to a different country, and if you want to have access to your banking, to do online banking, sometimes you are required to do a supplementary verification before you are allowed to have access to your account. So that's basically they are using your location as a factor of authentication. Okay, so we talked about that. So here the AAA, we covered authentication, and today we're going to talk about authorization. Authorization is giving the minimum access for their need. What do I mean by that? So once you have access to the system, now what can you do within the system, right? So we have to limit your access to whatever role you are playing, right? So for example, if I give you access to my house, are you going to have access to every single room in the house? Right, so think about authentication, getting access to the house, and then the authorization is which room will you get access to in the house. Then accounting is a way to monitor every single activities that are conducted on that particular system. So like on your computer, anything that you do on your computer is tracked. So that's what we call accounting. Okay, so let's now go deeper. So authorization means providing correct level of access that a user should have based on their credential, right? So we also say that the principle of least users or least privilege, right? So principle of least users, devices, program, and process should be granted enough permission to do the required function, or not a single drop more. So here, what basically we are saying here is that you have to make sure that when you are giving access to users on the device, or you are giving access to processes on the device, you have to make sure that you're only giving the required access. Okay, so you are not giving more access. So think about this. If you are working in a restaurant and they have an application that they use to take order, right? How many people in that restaurant can actually void orders, right? In most cases, it's only the manager, right? So the other people in the restaurant, or the workers of the restaurant, they have a least privilege, or they have a minimum access to that system. They cannot void transaction. So you need to authorize, you need to have an authorization in place to make sure that they are only given the minimum access level so that they can do their job. You don't give them more, because once you give them more than what they need, they can misuse it. So you have to make sure that if it's only managers that can void transaction, only managers have that access level within the system. Okay, I've worked places where somebody will say, "Oh, I'm the chief executive officer of this company. I'm the owner of the company. I need to have access to everything, right? I need to have administration, what we call it administrative right to all the computers in the company." No. As a CEO, do you really need to have admin access on all the computers? Yes, you are the owner of the company, but is it part of your day-to-day job, right? Do you need that access, right? Because the more people you have in the company with a higher access, right, the higher the risk that you guys going to be hacked. Because remember, if I'm logging into a computer as a privileged user, with like a user with administrative privilege, which means that I can download stuff, I can run program. When a hacker hack my session, he or she gonna have the same right I have on that computer. So it's very important that only few people within the organization actually have admin right to the system, because as you can see, the number 3 point here, you say that any authorization beyond the normal job function open the door for either accidental or malicious violation of the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So one thing I'll also say that never use admin or administrator as login for non-admin work. So if you're gonna log into your system and what you're gonna do doesn't require you to have admin right, I recommend that you should use your standard account, your account without such privilege, such high privilege to log into the system. Because remember what I just said, if in the middle of your session a hacker hack your computer, is going to have the same right that you have. So you want to be careful. Okay. Now I'm pretty much sure that I pinpoint this out last week. When you have a Windows system, right? When you have a Windows system, you can actually create two types of account. You can create a standard account and an administrator account. So I recommend that you should create two accounts, have a standard account and also have an administrative account, so that anytime you want to perform something actually that need to be run using your administrative account, right? You could be prompted like this in Windows. Like in Windows, if you want to run something, let's say I log in as a normal user and I want to perform something that requires me to have a higher privilege, I'll be prompted by Windows to say yes or no. Once I say yes, it will ask me to put the admin username and password. So if I have two accounts, let's say my first account is Kosi, which is the regular one, and the admin is Kosi 2. So I'm usually going to log in with Kosi 1, but when I'm about to do something and Windows prompt me, okay, do you want to escalate your privilege? Do you want to make your privilege higher to perform this task? I'll say yes, and then I'll put my my admin username, which is Kosi 2, and then I'll put the password, and then I'll be able to perform that particular task, right, with that privilege, with that high privilege. And once I'm done, I'll be back to the normal standard account privilege. Okay. Now, I also want to point something out. Usually, if you have a phone like Android and you download some application, sometimes the application asks to have access to maybe, let's say, your camera, your photos, your contact, or you want to have a kind of higher access to your cell phone, right? So here the application is requiring some level of access within your device. So you have to make sure, right, that you really trust that app and you want to really allow that app to have access to your your device. So you need to be careful. Now I want to point something out. There's nothing free in America, right? So when you see those free app that, oh, you can install this free app and then you don't have to pay anything, most of the time the developers make those apps free because they know that they can get money from advertisement from company. Because you and I know that when you have those apps, sometimes you see some advertisement popping up, some adverts popping up. That's how those mobile app developers get paid, right? Sometimes they collect your information, like your email addresses. When you are downloading an app, after you download the app, to run the app, they might ask you to provide your email. So all those emails, those contact information they are collecting, they sell it to other companies that will use it to do what we call advertisement, targeting advertisement, where they can target you, right? And sometimes they also have your location, your address. You know, they sell all those information, so you need to be careful, right? So sometimes the app might have some what we call the free version, and there's some features before you can use it. You have to actually pay for it. So you need to be careful, because some of those apps can actually be what, malicious, and take over your device. So you need to be very careful on which app you are running on your device or your mobile phone. Now, there's something also I need to point out. Usually every second Tuesday of the month, Microsoft, if you are a Windows user, a Microsoft Windows user, they usually come up with patches or updates. I'll say that you should be in the habit of applying those updates to your computer, because those updates are there to resolve problems, right? They can resolve problems. So please apply those updates, because they are important and they can help you to prevent unauthorized modification to your system. So you have to be in the habit of actually applying those patches. Okay, so you have to be in a habit of doing that. And also, once again, I'm going to say it again. Make sure that there's no need for you to log into your computer with admin use, because admin account, because what you're going to do doesn't require admin right. Then use a standard account to actually log into the computer. Yes, Serge, you are right. There's nothing free in America. If somebody's telling you this is free, sign up for it. They are trying to collect your information that they're going to sell. So just be mindful of that. There's no free lunch in America. So we talk about authorization, and now we're going to talk about accounting. So the AAA, remember, we have authentication, authorization, and accounting. So what is accounting? Accounting refers to the record keeping and tracking of user activities on a computer network or on a computer. So the process of tracking what a user is doing on a computer is called, right? It's called what? It's called accounting. So on your computer, right? On your computer, if you go in the search box here in your computer and just type event, this one, and you go to event viewer here, you can see all the logs of anything that you have done in the computer, right? So it's going to look like something like this. It's going to tell you who logged into the computer, what activity the person who logs in the computer, what activity the person performed, whether that activity was successful or unsuccessful, what time did it occur. So accounting is about tracking user activities, and every computer device, even your phone, has that ability to track whatever you are doing on that particular device. So I want you to be aware of that you can actually see what is going on your computer. All right, so like, let's say you go through your logs and see that, hey, somebody actually logged into my computer from China, or we see some kind of login that you are not aware of. That should be a flag for you. In the same vein, last time I talked about some parental control tools. So those tools also can be used to perform what we say the AAA's, the accounting part of the AAA. We talk about the Custodio. The Custodio is the Custodio tool that you can use to actually monitor your kids' activities online. Like how many time they are spending on YouTube, how many times are they spending on Netflix, what are they doing online. So this is one tool that you can also use to monitor your kids, to track their activities, right? So all these examples of tools, and I think we had a session where we talk about how to keep your kid safe online. Okay, so we talked about that last week, and it was a very not last week, 2 weeks ago, and it was a very interesting topic. I had so many people asking me questions, right? So we have to be aware of that. Yeah, Claire Tassa, audit trail. Yes, that is the audit trail. Yes, trying to see all the information or monitor your computer, see all the activities is called audit trail. Now, in big organization, right, they have tools that we call the SIEM tool, which is a security, event, and information management tools. Like one big example is Splunk. You have Splunk, ArcSight, you have LogDNA, you have Alert Logic. You have what else? You have one from VMware. All those tools are actually used to monitor, right, the activities of all the servers, the computers, routers, switches on a network, right? They can use that to monitor all those activities. And those tools, what they have in beautiful that is that they have what we call a dashboard. And also you can create dashboard to see some particular activities that you're interested in. So let's say I want to only monitor activities like a connection coming outside the US. I can create a dashboard to show me that. And you can also do something marvelous with those tools too. You can do what we call alert. You can create an alert where if some particular event occur, somebody on your team might receive a text message, right, or an email. Let's say I want to make sure that if somebody is trying to log into any account, right, and they got their password wrong 3 times, I should get notified. So you can use a tool like Splunk to obviously do that. You can use Splunk, ArcSight, QRadar. You can use LogDNA, Alert Logic. It is a long list. SolarWinds. So it's a long list of tools that could be used to do that. But in terms of you parent, what you need in terms of tracking your kid is what I put here for you. Okay, so that's what you need. So now let me just show you guys some quick stuff you can do in terms of monitoring, right? So you can do Google search, right? So I always tell people that the most powerful tool, right? The most powerful tool you can use in the world to harvest any kind of information, even information about yourself, to monitor yourself online, to see what people are saying about you, is one tool, right? It's Google. Google is the most powerful tool that we have in this world. So you can use Google search to search information about yourself. You can even do Google advanced queries. Like you can do advanced query to even look deeper, look at the specific stuff, right? So I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Or you can also do what we call Google Alert, where you can set alert for specific, let's say, strings. Let's say I can do a Google Alert and say that anytime in the world, in the web, if anytime somebody mention my name, Kosi Azumaro, I want to be aware who mentioned my name and get information about that. So in most cases, that's what happened, right? You can set your Google Alert so that if somebody mention your name anywhere, you're going to get information, right? So I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. And you can also use tool to search people, and I would advise people that start by yourself, search yourself online and see what kind of information do you have about yourself online. It's very important. You need to know what people are publishing about you. It's very crucial. You want to know, right? So let's see some of those stuff that I just mentioned. So let's see this one. So this is one tool you can use to harvest information about people. I would say you should start looking or searching about yourself. Let's say I want information about John Manson, right? So if I put John Manson here, I want to look for that John Manson in every single state in America. I can just do search, and it's going to pull out information about John Manson. Now, if there are a lot of John Manson in America, it's going to pull information about all those John Manson in America. So right now I'm running it, and then it's trying to pull the information for me. So let's see. So it's trying, and then it's trying to pull information. I don't know why it's taking so long. In the meantime, if this is taking long, we can also do something. You can just do a simple Google search. Let's do a simple Google search. Something is happening to my my browser. Something is happening to my browser. Browser is not responding. I think something is going on, but all the same. Yeah, what is happening to Internet Explorer? Something is going on with this browser, but it's all the same. Oh my goodness. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so in the meantime, I don't know why this is like the browser is giving me a problem, but no one is hacking into my computer. I think I have too many stuff maybe running, and sometimes to me I don't trust this Internet Explorer. Sometimes it's very funny, so it's very funny sometimes. So I can be taking questions now. If you guys have any question, I can take questions. For some strange reason, the Internet Explorer just vanish. That's what sometimes. So you guys can't see me anymore. Are you guys still there? Are you guys still seeing me? Yeah, I know Edge is faster. This thing, I don't know. It's giving me a little bit of trouble, but so I'm almost back in. I'm gonna. But you guys can ask me questions if you guys have questions. You guys can ask. I'm trying to bring this browser back, but if it doesn't work, you guys can ask me question. You guys can ask me question. Let me see. So we have. I wanted to show you guys the advanced Google search. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute. Okay, so Google advanced search, and then we have and then the last one, we're gonna try this in again. Bring this, just working on this quickly, show you guys. All right, you guys can ask me your questions. I don't know what is going on with but I think my internet is good. Actually, I have 1 gigabyte of download speed on my. That's what I have for my network, so I shouldn't have any issue with my computer. But you never know. So you guys can ask your questions. If you guys want to call me, you can also call me. Yeah, so Gilbert Togola, yes, he just pull out public record. Yes, anything that is available online is going to pull all that. Nothing that is really hidden is pulled. But yeah, so basically Serge is right. It depends how much information you put online, right? So that's why you need to be very careful. You don't want to share too much information online, because that will something that will remain forever online. And if you do a search, you can get it. And also it's about information people put about you too online. So you just need to be very, very careful, right? So you don't put too much online. You need to be careful about that. Let me see. You guys can bring your questions. In AA, is the accounting equal to auditing as well? I know in the AA, they is in the cybersecurity. The first A stand for authentication. The second one is authorization, and the last one is accounting. By accounting, not like in accounting, like accountant. Accounting meaning like audit, tracking activities. That's what it means. Let me see. See. So most of these tools, they have version and then the free version. So for information, they'll give you some of the information for free, and I think if you pay more, they're gonna give you more information, right? So they give you more information. So here I was able to run this search. About John Mensah, and these are all the information about John Mensah that I have in all the states, right? So see these advert people, they're all over. So these are all information. So that's how they get you. Although the site is free for you to search, right? They have all this, information here. So yeah, so here you see I have John Mensah. There's a John Mensah which live in Maryland. He's 34. I have another John Mensah who is 73 that live in Tennessee. So you have all this information about John Mensah. Now you also have you can do Google Advanced Search, right? With the Advanced Search, it's very intensive. You can actually do more queries. I don't know why this Internet Explorer is trying to trick me tonight, because I used this the whole day to just prepare these lectures and stuff. I didn't have any issue, but now I'm having all this issue. So yeah, so this is the advanced query. You can do advanced query. Let's say if I'm looking for a particular word, let's say I want to look at information about Serge, I can put maybe Serge here, and I can put Serge, and I can say should match exact word or any of these words. So I can do a deeper search. That's what you use the advanced search for. So I can even do a number of range. I can do a lot of stuff with this search to really refine what I'm looking for, right? So that's what you use the Google Advanced Search for. And for the Google Alert, I was telling you guys that with the Google Alert, I can actually monitor activities that happen online, right? That concern maybe a particular string, phrase, or whatever. So let's say, for example, if I can create, let's say, I can create something and say that anytime maybe Kosi Azumaro, let's say anytime Kosi Azumaro is mentioned anywhere on the web, right? I want that to be reported to me as it is happening, right? Language, it could be English, or it could be any publication in English, English, or let's say English or French, or whatever it is. It need to be sent to this email. So if there's any information online today as it is happening, I should get an alert on it. So this is a very cool feature. Then I'll say that everybody should have this, so that if somebody is saying something about you online, right, then you should be able to to see it. Okay, so let me see. So that is what I want to share with you guys. And the last one, which is just a Google search. You can do a Google search on whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's all that I have for tonight. So now it's time for question time. So you can actually put a text message, a comment here for me to read, or you can actually, uh, or you can, you can call me on 240-608-9264. Sesha Pokli say, Chai, Kosi Azumodide Mark is trying to pull my condo buying record. Come on. Yeah, Edge is easy on the RAM. Yeah, that's true. So guys, that is what we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we are open for question time. I'm gonna have this open for the next 3 minutes. If you guys have any question, let me know. At 8:45, that will be the end of the show. So if you have any question, please let me know. I'm waiting for your question. So next week we're gonna continue with the other aspect of the cybersecurity objectives. That'll be we're gonna have fun with integrity and availability next week. So so let me know any question. I can see Sel, she's just having fun. Sel, she's just having fun. So let me know if you have a question. Any question. We have 2 more minutes to say goodbye. So 2 more minutes, people. It's good that sometimes when I don't have any question, that means it's good. I mean, I did a very good job. People actually understand all that I did, so they don't need me to explain anything. All right. So let me quickly acknowledge all the people who joined the show. If you join the show, you want me to acknowledge you, just write your name. I'll acknowledge you, no problem. I have Serge Akpokli that joined the show. I have Sam Pamela. I have Lydia Zumaro. I have Simplice Bandele. I have Junior Cristiano, you joined the show. I have Claire Tassa. I have Sena Alfonso. I have Sandra Dede, how you doing? I have Blessing Nadej Awefa, you joined the show. I have Joubert Le Togolais, you joined the show. Sherif Lawani, have been a long time, sir. Sika Jasmine, you were part of the show. So Grace Show, thank you so much, big sis, for being part of the show. Ezose Junior Saya, thank you. Michelle M. Kolani, Didi Damour, Abena Sefa. Abena, you say you have a question? If you have a question, please let me know. I'm listening. Just write it down, or if you want to call, you can call. Estelle Dimbare, thank you for being part of the show. You say, please, the second slide, can you explain? Which second slide? I think you're not talking about this slide, because this is the second slide on my show. I don't know which one you're talking about. So if you can tell me exactly which slide, because I have a lot of slides. This is not the second slide. Is that one you want to talk about? Yeah, let me see. So Lydia is asking, when is my next class starting? My next class is starting June 20th. So we have a class starting June 20th. Okay, is there a way to pull out your property information online, not to show? There should be a way. There's, once it's put online, we'll be able to, pull it, right? So I think that should be possible with like Google search queries, advanced queries and stuff. You should be able to pull information if they are actually were put online. Kofi Owusu Sapon, thank you for being part of the show. Sandra, thank you for being part of the show. Kofi Akpabla, thank you. Jean Roland Prestige, thank you for being part of the show. So, Abena, if you can actually tell me which parts you don't understand, I'll be glad to go over. But the second slide that I have here is this one or this one, which I'm sure is not what you want to talk about. Thierry de Milan, you're welcome. So, Abena, if I'm not able to explain it, you can inbox me exactly what you need me to explain. And next week when I join the show, that will be the first thing on the list for me to explain before we move to any topic of the day. So I can do that too. So just let me know, right? Let me know what you need explanation on, and I can definitely do that. I can do that. All right, guys. If you don't have anything, I'll say thank you guys so much for being part of the show. Let me see. As I said, there is always a way to remove your information. The website always have a form that you can fill out. Okay, yeah, that's right. All right, so thank you guys so much for being part of the show. I hope to see you tomorrow, Friday, for my big show, Weekend Vibe, and you guys take care of yourself. I always finish my show by saying that love the life you live.